Stop struggling with decisions. Some people easily make smart choices, like they have secret powers in investing, career, and life, always hitting the right rhythm. It's not magic, it's better ways to think. They use mental models. Think of life like a game. Smart players pick the best skills, boosting their power directly. That's the core of super thinking. With mental models, you can avoid mistakes, predict the future, and bypass intuition's traps. This framework is for everyone, making smarter choices for work, money, relationships, and even your daily life. You'll stop being stuck by choices that lead nowhere. We're going to explore practical models and show you exactly how they transform your decisions, making life smoother and more effective. So who are the authors of this guide to smart thinking? They're real experts who built their own success, not just theorists. Gabriel Weber founded DuckDuckGo, a privacy-focused search engine that challenged tech giants like Google. That takes some seriously powerful thinking to survive in that kind of challenge. Lauren M., a statistician, studies experimental design, using data to find what actually works, not just trying things randomly. They wrote this book to help you think more effectively and avoid life's big pitfalls. The success often comes from these proven concepts, pulled from many fields like economics, psychology, math, and even physics. The book organizes these tools so you don't have to stumble alone, learning to use them flexibly in real-life situations. So basically, what exactly is a mental model? Listen carefully because you are going to know. Simply, it's a thinking framework that helps us understand the world and make decisions faster. Think of it like your brain's GPS. Imagine walking into a bookstore where books are everywhere with no categories. You'd spend hours searching, but with clear labels you find what you need fast. Mental models work similarly. They help you identify key info quickly, not just wandering aimlessly. Now our brains are powerful, but let's be honest, they're also kind of lazy. They prefer shortcuts. This causes cognitive biases, leading us to make irrational decisions. Take stock market crashes as an example. People rush to sell everything because loss aversion makes us really sensitive to losing money. But sometimes holding on is actually the best move, and models give you a better GPS to avoid these decision traps. Let's dive into Chapter 1, Decision Models. These are fundamental frameworks for making better choices. First useful model for decision making. First principle. This means you don't just accept assumptions. You break problems down to their basic facts and rebuild better solutions. Think about how Elon Musk designed rockets. He didn't just assume space travel had to be expensive. He broke down the cost of a rocket and found the raw materials weren't actually that high, leading him to build cheaper, reusable rockets. This thinking works for anything in life, like learning new skills. Don't just memorize methods, find the basic principles, understand things from the ground up, and you'll learn faster and deeper. Okay, model number 2, opportunity cost. The core concept is what you give up when you choose one option over others. There are hidden costs in every choice you make. A classic example is money investment. If you put money in savings with a 1% rate, but the market offers a 5% return, your opportunity cost is that 4% difference. But this isn't just about finance, it affects time management and relationships too. If you watch TV on a Saturday night, the opportunity cost is the skill you could have learned, or the workout you skipped, or the relationships you didn't build. Those are the true hidden costs. Be acutely aware of what you're giving up with every decision. Don't miss valuable choices just because they weren't the default. Next tool, inversion. Instead of asking how to succeed, ask how to fail. This helps you find potential problems first. Then you can reverse engineer to avoid them. Want to be healthy? Instead of how to be healthy, ask how to be super unhealthy. The answers are obvious. Late nights, bad food, no exercise, high stress. The solution is clear. Just do the opposite. Apply this to career planning. How to succeed in my career feels vague, but how to utterly fail at work is clear. Don't learn, don't network, do mediocre work. The action plan becomes much clearer. Okay, last decision model for now. Second order thinking. This is about looking beyond the direct immediate results and thinking about the chain reactions that follow. Example, a company cuts prices. That's first layer thinking. The second layer. Lower profits cannot support quality. Customers lose trust. Eventually competitors take over. It's a short-term gain, but a long-term disaster. You need to train yourself to think about second-order consequences. Reevaluate seemingly good choices by asking what happens next. Intense short-term studies seems effective, but no rest lowers long-term learning. Always look for the hidden risks from second-order effects. These decision models apply everywhere. Business, career, learning, your daily life. Use these tools flexibly to avoid common thinking traps and make smarter choices. This is just the beginning. By exploring more key models, you can upgrade your brain to another level. Now for Chapter 2, boosting your productivity. These models help you get more done. Correct decisions aren't enough. You need execution power, otherwise it's just theory stuck on paper. The modern enemy is distraction, leaving things unfinished and efficiency low. Good models help you escape low efficiency so you can finish more with less time. First productivity model, Parkinson's Law. This law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Need 3 days for a report, it will take 3 days. Give yourself 3 hours, you can still finish, maybe even well. It explains why students finish assignments on the last day the deadline was the last day. Use this law to boost your own efficiency. Break big projects into small parts and set tight deadlines for each. This forces you to focus on the core content and not waste time on details. Next productivity model. What to do first. The Eisenhower Matrix helps with this. Developed by President Eisenhower, it helps you classify tasks by how urgent and important they are. Then you decide how to handle each one. A common mistake is spending time on things that are urgent but not important, like constantly replying to unimportant emails or handling minor tasks, while ignoring what's important but not yet urgent, like career planning, learning skills, or maintaining health. The solution is simple: important and urgent, do it now. Important but not urgent, schedule it. Urgent but not important, delegate it. Neither, delete it. But knowing this isn't enough, the challenge is actually doing it. This leads us to the next model, forcing functions. Instead of relying on willpower, change your environment. Make the right behavior easier and the wrong behavior harder. Always distracted by your phone. Put it in another room so you cannot easily reach it. Want to run every morning? Put your running shoes by the bed. You'll see them first thing, reducing the psychological friction. Since your brain prefers easy paths, make the desired action easier and the undesired harder, and habits will follow. Finally, for productivity, 5 whys. This is a powerful problem analysis tool from Toyota. Don't just look at the surface, keep asking why, to find the root cause. Example, always short on time, why? Because I'm doing errands and cannot focus on important work. Why doing errands instead of important work? No clear priorities. I take on everything. Why no clear priorities? No daily planning. Why no planning? I check email first thing. Why check email first? My phone is by my bed, and the first action is scrolling. The root cause is clear. Change the habit, don't just complain. Plan first, don't be led by your inbox. This works for any life problem you're trying to solve. Keep asking why, and often the answers are surprisingly simple. Master these productivity models to avoid low efficiency traps and spend your time on valuable things, not just busy work. Moving on to chapter 3, learning and avoiding mental traps. These models help you think clearly and avoid biases. After boosting your productivity, you might face a trickier problem. Our brains are easily misled. We think we are rational, but we fall into thinking traps, making senseless decisions later on. These are cognitive biases. They make us misjudge situations, miss chances, and stubbornly stick to wrong choices. Models help expose these traps and make clearer judgments. First bias to understand, sunk cost fallacy again. Remember? People won't quit because of past costs, even if it's not worth continuing. Like watching a boring movie because you paid for the ticket, as if finishing it will get your money back. But the money is gone. You're just wasting more time. The best move is usually just to leave and do something better. This happens in careers and investments all the time. Knowing your work is painful but refusing to leave because you've invested years, or clinging to a failing investment because you put a lot in. Key question: if you were starting from zero today, would you make this choice? If the answer is no, it's time to switch. Next trap, Hanlon's razor. This model advises against assuming malice easily. Instead, consider ignorance or incompetence. They're usually more likely. Example, a driver cuts you off. Your first thought might be they're malicious, but it's far more likely they just weren't paying attention, or maybe they were looking for directions. Using Hanlon's razor helps you avoid unnecessary anger and misunderstanding. It helps reduce your pessimistic view of the world. Life is hard enough, so assume people just made a mistake and move on with your day. Survivor bias is another common trap. We focus only on the successes and ignore the failures, making our judgment completely one-sided. Example, reading success books. A billionaire wakes at 5 a.m., so the book says you should too. But all the people who tried waking up at 5 a.m. and failed aren't in the books. This leads us to overestimate how replicable success is and underestimate the role of luck or uncontrollable factors. To truly learn, you must study failures too. Understand the whole picture so you can avoid the same traps. Finally, for bias models, the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is a funny phenomenon where less knowledge leads to more confidence. People simply don't know what they don't know. You've seen this in life, right? The new investor confidently giving advice, or someone who read a few articles thinking they're an expert. Their insufficient knowledge prevents them from seeing the gaps, which causes massive overconfidence. Best solution? Stay humble. Admit there's much more to learn. The smartest people know this and continuously explore and update their understanding. Using these models helps you avoid cognitive biases, make more rational choices, not led by wrong thinking. Now for chapter 4, strategic thinking and business models. These help you interpret the world, understand big trends, and make smart decisions in business and life. After adopting a scientific mindset, we can apply models to more practical areas, like business management and daily choices about career, salary, and investments. Strategic thinking avoids taking the wrong paths. First strategy model, network effects. This is a key concept for tech companies. More users means higher value for everyone on the network. Example, social media. If all your friends are on a platform, you'll join for the interaction. This forms a positive feedback loop where winners get stronger. That's why Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp dominate. But it also applies to language learning. Why is English so important globally? Because many global users mean more chances for connection and opportunity. Next is comparative advantage. This is a core economics concept. It means you shouldn't do everything yourself. Specialize in your strength and outsource other tasks. Example, If you're a great designer but a bad accountant, hire a professional accountant. Don't waste time struggling with something someone else can do efficiently. Companies outsource to lower cost areas to boost overall efficiency. Your time and energy are limited, so focus on high value tasks. That's truly smart. Strategy also needs game theory. The most famous concept is the prisoner's dilemma, explaining choices between cooperation and selfishness. Example, competing for a promotion. Do you cooperate and support each other? The company might reward teamwork, and maybe you both get promoted. Or do you decide to step on others? If the other person thinks the same, you both try to undermine each other. Results, you both lose, and maybe a third person benefits. This applies to business, negotiation, and even global relations. Understand motives and choices to make powerful decisions at key moments. Finally, the Lindy effect. This is about time and durability. The longer something has existed, the more likely it is to last into the future. Example, a book popular for 50 years is likely to be popular for another 50. It has passed the test of time. That's why classics, old strategies, and established brands are often more trustworthy than new trends. If you're investing time or money, consider choosing time-tested things. It's a more stable strategy than chasing short-term fads. Using these strategy and business models helps you use resources effectively, avoid unnecessary errors, and find your advantage in competition. Finally, Chapter 5. Combining models for real life. You've already learned powerful models, but the key question is, how do you actually use them? Just knowing the definitions isn't enough. It doesn't make you smarter automatically. The real value is in flexible application to make better decisions. You don't need to memorize all of them, there are over 300. Nobody has that kind of memory. Choose a few most impactful models and focus on using those. Got bad time management? Parkinson's law and the Eisenhower matrix could be your best choice. Stuck on past bad decisions? The sunk cost fallacy is key. Keep reminding yourself. Practice intentionally. Make models part of your thinking process. When you face a decision, consciously use a model. Thinking about buying expensive gym equipment. Think opportunity cost. Are there better alternatives like gym classes? Facing a work challenge, use inversion. Ask, what if it fails? To deconstruct the problem. Over time, models become intuitive. You'll make smart choices naturally. Continuously update and adjust. The world changes and your thinking must too. Question assumptions like scientists and adjust based on new info. Don't be stuck in old ways. Example, maybe you believe pure effort equals success, but with experience, you realize choice matters more. Add survivor bias to your thinking and reevaluate your career or investments. An open mind allows constant progress, helping you avoid thinking blind spots. Learning models isn't about being nerdy. It's about understanding the world better and making better decisions. Choose suitable models, practice using them, stay open-minded, and make these powerful tools daily habits. The core value is clear thinking and high efficiency. Avoid traps and gain profit in all areas of life. They are thinking shortcuts that help you avoid common cognitive traps, so you're not led by emotion, bias, or wrong assumptions. The world has complex problems and models are your Swiss Army knife. Pick the best tool for the problem. Remember, knowledge value is in action. Knowing isn't enough, practice. Change comes from applying what you learn. So pick one useful model right now and try using it today. Got an endless to-do list? Use Eisenhower to filter important tasks. Hesitant about a big decision? Use inversion. Avoid mistakes by thinking about how it could fail. Small adjustments in thinking can lead to big breakthroughs in your life. If this video helped you understand mental models, please like and subscribe, and check out my other video summaries. There are more smart ideas there to explore. Knowledge is like compound interest. The more you learn, the easier life gets, and your choices have more advantage over time. Leave me interesting, mind-opening questions below. I'd love to make videos to answer them.